Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for World's Finest Assassin Episode 9. I have all the episodes recorded for it, and for Misfit Demon King Academy. I just have to edit the finale for this, and I'm not sure how much more I have to edit for Misfit Demon King Academy, but I do have it all recorded. So it's just a matter of getting it all edited and uploaded. This episode, I don't know what to think of Luke's mother. Obviously, she's a nice person and everything, but she just came off as so weird in this episode. Because Tart, I guess, told her about the incident before he left Miltu, where he woke up with from a wet dream, and you could probably imagine what I'm talking about if you haven't seen that episode. So, she didn't get mad, she didn't get upset, she was happy. But, she was happy to the point where she wanted to see that happen for herself. So, at least I'm guessing more than once, he has woken up in the morning to find her in there wanting to see if he did have another incident like that. And I'm like, lady, you don't need to see that. You don't need to see your own son in that position. And Tart came in to help him get dressed, and she was just sitting there watching the whole time. Like, lady, that is creepy. It's your son. You don't need to see that. And he even pushes her out of the door, essentially saying the same thing. And she said, you're so stingy. And I'm like, lady, quit being so clingy to your son. Speaking of clingy, she ends up, trying to talk to him about setting up arranged marriages. I don't remember how old he is at this point. I'm assuming at least, I don't know, 13, 15, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, because it's been a while since I've seen the show. But he essentially tells her no, because like last episode, he had already talked to his father about wanting to marry Dia. And I don't think he told her, or his father didn't tell her about this idea, because she even suggested that Tart could be the one to bear his children, because she's not of noble blood, she doesn't have to deal with all that family drama stuff, she's already close to Luke anyway, they're around the same age, and everything, and all this is making Tart blush like crazy, because I'm guessing she likes him, but he flatly turns this down. Because he tells her not to tease Tart about it. And, yeah, obviously we know his feelings about Dia. And later, he ends up going into another city. And we find out that his target that he had, dang it, I forgot. I'm blanking on her name for a second. The one he just recently rescued. I can't remember off the top of my head. She was supposed to investigate his target, which was a count on suspicion of drugs. And it turns out that it was indeed correct. He was doing a drug operation where he would smuggle the drugs into the country and claim that it was the mafia doing it through his country, his territory. And he had paid off other nobles to back him up on this, so with that and everything, he's kind of untouchable by the royalty. So it's up to the Tuatha family to go and take care of this. However, dang it, what was it called? Visine? It's apparently, I guess, like, dang it, what would be our world equivalent of it? Ecstasy? I guess? Where it'll give you a feeling of euphoria, and then you get hooked on that feeling, and you need it more and more and more. And he actually tried to help a woman who was hooked on it and did something to her to where her body doesn't need it anymore, but that doesn't cure the psychological need for it. So that lady still has a long way to go when it comes to getting off the drug. So he heads to the territory, or whatever you want to call it, that the guy is running, and the place doesn't have a whole lot of business, so it shouldn't be as wealthy as it's appearing to be. And we end up meeting, on the way there, dang it, what was her name? The one I'm blanking on. She ends up telling him that even despite your feelings for Dia, it's okay if you have a mistress or two on the side, even though we haven't seen that with his father. So I'm guessing that only, like, some nobles do it, I guess. And essentially telling him that, yeah, her and Tart both have feelings for him, and when the time comes, they are going to essentially try to persuade him to take them on in that way, even though he's claiming he doesn't think of them in that way. So when they get there, they see the Marquis's wife. You know, they're going there as Illig and his sister to show off their latest creation for the makeup, that they only want her to test first. And some moisturizer, and she is ecstatic about it. And apparently before their business picked up, like a few years ago, they apparently had been poor. And he comes in, the target comes in, and, you know, is all happy that his wife is happy. And this is where the gray area of assassination comes in. Yes, the guy does need to die because of the wrong choices he made with the drug operation. However, he clearly loves his wife and wants essentially nothing but the best for her. Because, you know, he's spoiling her now that he's able to, because he wasn't able to before. So, he ends up carrying out the assassination. However, they didn't leave quick enough, and he saw that his wife found her husband's body, and she essentially is devastated, from what I can tell. So, yeah, it sucks that she lost her husband, but it was due to his poor choices in the business he decided to pick up. If he hadn't gone down that route, he would still be alive, and they could have had possibly a much better profitable business than hooking people on drugs. However, he had to face the consequences of the stuff he was doing, and it hurt more than just him. It hurt his wife. And possibly any other family that they had who didn't know about this whole thing. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I will try and do more of this, and I'll see you guys next time.